Okay, doing a video of the damage. We did a lot of cleanup last night. It's now the morning of the 21st, I think. The day after we discovered it, we were here. Contractor was here until, they were great. They were here until 1 in the morning. This is where all the water came down and accumulated here, and now it's kind of created a sort of a dark spot. So I think what they're planning to do is to shampoo this area here, try to pull some of the nasty moldy stuff that came out of the ceiling. They squeegeed it and squeegeed it down into the cellar. There was an inch of water in the kitchen when they arrived. It had bellied and then it flowed over there. So this room, actually, I got photos from last night, but this room calmed down quite a bit. All the walls were all blown out here, and it seems to have gone back in. There was condensation coming down in sheets over the wall. It did some, you can still see it right here. It's all dripping down. So they're going to bring the mold abatement spray and fans and everything. We're going to wipe down all the walls and try to catch it. We're keeping it cool in here in order for the mold not to grow too much too fast. Still a wall all blew out there. That did not come back. This area literally had expanded right out from the wall, and now that seems to have died down. They have a lot of dehumes running. Got streaks all down the walls. Ceiling was dripping. It seems to have gotten a lot of moisture underneath the ceiling, and then it sort of expanded. This is pretty nasty here. This is all. I think it was all condensation here, and it was literally dripping down here on the couch and on the floor. So they're going to come in and do that. The ice, big sheets of ice are off the window. There's just a little bit left. All of the tops were dripping here. Chair happened to be underneath where the rain came down in the kitchen. Okay. All of this has got this strange booky stuff on it. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's sticky. I don't know, maybe the condensation somehow had something to do with that. The light we just temporarily put back up in there. This is where the damage was. It's right up in here somewhere. There were two lines that broke. The underside of the sink was soaked. There was about an inch of water here. They're drying out the beams downstairs. The water had all run in there. Drying out the beams downstairs, so that helped. Obviously, everything came down on the stove. Walls were all running down. A lot of this stuff had swelled up, but seems to have come back down. It looked a lot worse last night than it does today. Let's see here. This water is all sweating in this area. There's a lot of moisture in here. In this area that sort of came down, it was really, really wet in that area. Right there. The walls still have a lot of streaks. So they're going to be coming in and sanitizing that today. This is just from squeegeeing all the water out of the cellar, out of the area here. This was all soaked. This was all bowed up last night. I think I have a photo of it. And still pretty nasty here. This is where all the water flowed down from the kitchen. There were two flow points. One was over into the hallway, and then one was here. That's where all the water came down. And you can see all the pieces of the kitchen downstairs. Low point for the water was here. It was about 4 or 5 inches here, and then it tapered off because the cellar is uneven. So a lot of drying going on here. All the beams from about, I guess it was definitely here, and then going all the way over, with the worst area being right here. All these were soaked, and now they're looking pretty dry. Smelling a lot better down here. They kept it nice and cool, so that the mold didn't grow too much. Walls are still all soaked. Let's see here. The washing machine was full of water, so that's going to have to be sanitized. This was totally full. Still, you can see where the water is. It had filled up and gone inside the dryer, so it's possible the dryer got damaged. Hard to say. All the walls got kind of like a moldy film on it, so they'll have to wipe down all the walls down here. It's all over it ran down over the water heater. Water heater seems to be still functional. Kind of see where the water was. All right. It's definitely dried out quite a bit down here. Moving along to the upstairs. All this has got this nasty, weird, greasy film. I'm not sure what it is. I think maybe there was some light film, and then all the condensation ran it down to the bottom. So all the walls they're wiping today. Open the windows to get some air circulation. Heat's been on at 50. All these door jambs were dripping. Floor is all doughy over here because that's the bottom side. This had recently been tiled, actually. All down there, same thing. It blew up and sort of expanded the floor and unstuck the tiles, and it messed up the floor underneath, so this floor is all going to need to be repaired. I don't know. Seems like the toilet's still pretty solidly connected. Smells a lot better in here than it was last night. This wall all had sheets of water coming down and dripping. Seems not too bad. Bedclothes don't smell too bad. I think the upstairs didn't get it nearly as bad, but it was just all water here. I don't remember dripping from the ceiling last night. I think that the ceiling did not drip here, although it seems like maybe right around this area right here, I can see some residue there. This room was not too bad. There was a lot of condensate over here. These were sheets of ice. All these were totally caked with ice. So this will just get sanitized. This room was probably the worst. You can see a lot of the stains here from the condensate coming down. Same here, this all got soaked. You can see right there. There's some mold in the corner already. Looks like it kind of expanded out there where the water accumulated. So this room's definitely going to need paint. All right, I think that's pretty well it. Thanks for watching the video, and thank you for helping me to get this place back in shape.